Hey guys, welcome back to my series. If you're new here, I'm Lily and I run my own micro bakery small business called Lily's Loaf in South London. So welcome back everyone. It is a Wednesday today here at HQ, and typically if you've been following me for a while you'll know that, well, you may know that my Wednesdays are more of like my admin day and like my days where I edit videos and I write my newsletters and I catch up on my books and make sure that I'm doing all of like the business side of things, and also like kind of dream up things for the future and like do any designs, like my little Easter card designs. I don't know if I've shown you these actually, but I'm so happy with them. I just think that they're really cute, and initially I was gonna post all of these to like all of my repeat customers and just as like an Easter card and just say Happy Easter, you know, that sort of thing, just as kind of like a, you know, I really appreciate your support as one of my customers, that sort of thing. But then I thought, actually, I don't know, maybe I should start sending them out in my packages earlier on in the run-up. So that's kind of what I've been doing, but then I've lost track of how many customers I've actually sent these out to. So this week it's been fairly busy actually. Monday was a very busy prep day. I want to do a little shout out to a couple new wholesale clients who I'm working with. So I'm working with a new business called 40 Acre Forest Coffee, and they are a sustainable coffee business who operate in Collierswood in SW19, kind of just like 20 minutes down the road, out of a bike coffee stand. It's so cool. I first met Sam, who runs the business, at the last Rookery market in Streatham, and we kind of connected, and then we went for a meeting, and he was really interested in stocking my Lily's Loaf products on his coffee stand, and they seem to be going down really well so far. So we've done 2 deliveries to them. It's been definitely an adjustment getting used to getting them out the door first thing, because they are a coffee stand right next to the tube station. They need their products as early as possible. So we set the time for 7:30 delivery, and it's been a big juggle for me in terms of getting all of my bakes ready in time. Proofing in the morning, baking, packing up, delivering in the space of about 2.5 hours, and I'm kind of considering potentially even waking up even earlier than 5, just so I have time for everything. And anyway, the reception's been really great with their customers too, and Harry, one of my delivery guys, he went to deliver yesterday, and as soon as Sam opened up the box of morning buns, the customers were like grabbing to get them apparently. So that's great feedback, and I'm so happy, because this is kind of like actually something that I'd been manifesting in my head. I wanted to get my products out in more cafes, because while it's great that I'm supplying a restaurant, a wine bar, and like a kind of fruit and veg business, I feel like a lot of my products are more suited to the cafe scene, and yeah, it's just a great other strand to the business really. So that's been going really well. And then I've also taken on another wholesale client, a small cafe in Balham called Adaptogen Cafe, run by a woman called Anya, and she is stocking my gluten-free bread for her brunch menu. So yeah, all going well on that side of things. What I wanted to chat mainly about today was my croissant trials, and I'm gonna roll some footage in just a second. Looking pretty good to me. So you can see the layers, the lamination layers. The melting isn't great, but hey ho. I'm simply using a can of chickpeas here, and then I'm going to go on each layer, not here, because you apparently don't want to fuse them together, but
but I'm just gonna see if this works, just very, very gently. Oh, you're actually kidding? Look at that.
Okay guys, so these have just come out the oven. I actually cannot believe how good they've turned out. Like, look at that. Okay, they might be a little bit on the small side, but that's because I got my shaping slightly wrong. But wow, like, look at the layers, the smell. Cannot believe it. I mean, I'm just delighted. Like, this is the future. I need to let them cool down now. I'm just going to leave them there while I get on with the rest of my prep, but oh my god. Wow, wow, wow. Okay guys, so the croissants have been cooling down, so I think now is an appropriate time to do the taste test. So I've sliced into one of them, and it's very, very dense, so I've definitely done something wrong here. I'm chatting to Alan, who I worked with at Ursa Minor for a couple days because he is the master of viennoiserie and he's very, very skilled. So I asked him for some tips, and I think he said first things first is look at the yeast. So I have used fresh yeast for this, but the expiry date was end of March and it's obviously already the 11th of April, so it could be that. It could be also, what else did he say? He said to check like the ratio of butter to dough, but he seemed to think that that was okay. I think potentially maybe I let the dough get too warm when I was laminating. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a taste now. I feel like I need to get a nice little plate or something to make it, you know. So just to give you a real close-up of it, that's how it looks on the inside, and then that's how it looks on the outside. So here goes. Wow, that is good. That is really good. I'm getting slight flakiness. I'm getting salty, sweet vibes. It's like, it is definitely flaking in my hands. The taste is good. It's really nice taste. I think it is just a little bit too dry on the inside, and I would want it to be a little bit more buttery and a little bit lighter, you know. But I am very happy with this. It's very, very tasty. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm also getting like the yeasty vibes too. That is very good. So I think all in all, I need to look at the yeast, how fresh the yeast is, and I need to work on being more consistent in my lamination, so really keeping on top of the temperature of the butter and the dough, so like as soon as I've done a fold, it goes back into the fridge, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that is the croissant update of the day, but I'm very, very happy. I would give them like a 6 out of 10, I think, right now. I've got an upcoming market this weekend at the Rookery Market where I've traded before, and I'm hoping to focus on my hot cross buns because it will be the Saturday just before Easter Sunday, so I'm hoping that my customers will be out and looking for like a lovely Easter Sunday breakfast vibe or even a tea time sort of thing. So I'm gonna prepare loads and loads of hot cross buns on Friday, all of the dough on Friday, and then bake it on Saturday morning. I've just put in an order for some gorgeous wild farmed T80 flour, which is, I think that is their combination of like whole grain and strong white flour. It's a lovely blend, and Ursa Minor, we were using it there a lot, so I'm excited to use that in my focaccia with a little bit more whole grain too. I'm gonna try my first sourdough focaccia, fingers crossed it works, and then I'm gonna top it with this purple sweet potato. So one of my wholesale clients, Southwest Fruit and Veg, James, he got in touch and he asked if I wanted to try experimenting with like veg in my loaves, and I was like, sure, why not? But I just think this in particular will look absolutely gorgeous on top of the focaccia, and that's like a perfect market staple, just like something that customers want to buy and eat like ready to go. So I think I'm gonna top it with that and maybe some garlic. There was also something else that my friend sent me. The boy who bakes, Ed Kimber, I think it's Ed Kimber. He won Bake Off series in the UK, and he put up this video of sourdough focaccia topped with wild garlic pesto. That does sound amazing. I'd forgotten about that idea. Might do that. So yeah, either that or the sweet potato, but always with loads of garlic. And something that I've realised since going out for like pizzas recently, I don't understand why pizzerias and like Italian restaurants, why they do like the enormous clumps of garlic. Like, I just don't think that's a pleasant taste. Where it gets really good is where you grate it or like microplane it, or just drizzle it with garlic oil, because then it's going to be so much better infused and so much more of like a pleasant sweet garlic taste rather than the like acrid like give you a heartburn vibe. Anyway, that's a slight digression. But yeah, so that's what I tend to do on my focaccia. I tend to grate loads of garlic and just have it in there. But then sometimes that gets burnt, so I have to think about that. Maybe I just need garlic oil. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was probably a little shorter than normal, but I've got to go down to Sainsbury's now and get a whole heap of stuff for the market and make sure I'm on top of everything. So thank you so much for watching. Definitely hit the subscribe button, like the video, and I will see you next time. Bye guys, take care.